Now sums related to practice set 3.4 are sum number 1. In sum number 1, 6, 8 and 10th sum, that is MCQ question, choose a correct alternative. Then sum number 17, sum number 19, sum number 20 and sum number 23. Now first sum of problem set 3, choose the correct alternatives. The sixth sum of sum number 1, they have given that angle ACB, that is angle ACB is inscribed in the arc. This is an inscribed arc. Is inscribed in the arc ACB of a circle with center O. So center is what? O over here. If angle ACB is equal to 65 degree, then find the measure arc ACB. So we have to find out the measure of arc ACB. Now we know that this angle is half of this arc, intercepted arc. So angle ACB is equal to half of measure arc AB. Reason what it is? Inscribed angle theorem. Angle theorem. Now what is angle ACB? 65 degree. So 65 degree is equal to half measure arc AB. Now take this 2 on this side. Therefore measure arc AB will be equal to how much? Is equal to 65 degree into 2. So measure arc AB is equal to 130 degree. Now we have got this arc as 130 degree. So what will be the measure of this arc? Therefore measure arc ACB is equal to how much? 360. The full circle is 360 minus 130 degree. So 360 degree minus 130 degree. Write down over here definition of measure of major arc. This arc is a major arc, so this major arc is how much? 360 minus the minor arc. So measure arc ACB is equal to how much? 230 degrees. So which is the correct answer? D. So answer is what? Option D, that is equal to 230 degree. Now sum number 8, 8 sum of sum number 1, that is choose the correct alternative. Now they have given in a cyclic quadrilateral ABCD, the measure of angle A is thrice the measure of angle C. Find the measure of angle C. So let us take, let angle C be equal to x, and they have given twice the measure of angle A is equal to thrice the measure of angle C. So twice measure of angle A is equal to 3, and what is measure of angle C? Equal to x. So 3x. Therefore measure angle A is equal to 3 upon 2x. So we have got now measure angle A. Now A plus C, these are opposite angles. So A plus C is equal to 180 degree. So measure angle A plus measure angle C is equal to 180 degree by opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. Measure angle A, we have got 3x upon 2. Measure angle C is x is equal to 180 degree. Therefore now equalize the denominator. 2 you will multiply over here, so you will get 3x plus 2x upon 2 is equal to 180 degree. Therefore 3x plus 2x is equal to how much? 5x upon 2 is equal to 180 degree. Therefore x is equal to what? 180. This 2 will go on the top and 5 will come below. 5 ones are 6 so that's equal to 72 degree. Now what is x over here? Angle C. Therefore angle C is equal to how much? 72 degree. So what's the correct answer? Answer is which one? B, that is 72 degree. Now 10th sum of sum number 1. Now they have given that segment XZ is the diameter of the circles. Let us see, take this as center as O. So XZ is a diameter of the circle. Point Y lies in the interior of the circle. How many of the following statements are true? So some statements are given. Out of this 4 statement, which one is the correct one? It is not possible that XYZ is an acute angle. Yeah, that is possible. Why? Because angle XWZ is equal to 90 degree. Why? Angle inscribed in a semicircle. So this angle is always 90 degree if it touches the circle. So angle inscribed in a semicircle. So angle XYZ is what? Angle XYZ will always be greater than 90 degree, will be greater than 90 degree. That is, it is an obtuse angle. So it is an obtuse angle. So it is not possible that XYZ, angle XYZ is an acute angle. Yeah, that is correct, because it is always greater than 90. That is, it is an obtuse angle. So this can be possible. XYZ can't be right angle. That is also correct. It can never be right angle. Why? Because point Y is not touching the circle. So it can never be a right angle. XYZ is an obtuse angle. Just now I told you it is an obtuse angle. Can't make a definite statement for measure of angle XYZ. No, not that. Only these 3 are possible. So what is the correct answer? Which one is? C1, that is only 3. So only 3 statements are correct. Now sum number 17th of problem set 3. It is an activity based sum. You have to fill up the boxes. Over here they have given EFHG is a cyclic quadrilateral, and chord EF, that is this one, chord EF and chord GH are parallel to each other. We have to prove that this chord EG is congruent to chord FH. Now construction, draw FG. Now EFG, this angle, ये angle और ये angle equal है. कैसा equal है? क्योंकि EF और GH parallel है और ये हो गया ट्रांसवर्सल. तो ये दोनों एंगल कौन सा टाइप ऑफ एंगल्स है? ऑल्टरनेट एंगल. तो पैरेलल लाइंस के बीच में ट्रांसवर्सल का ये साइड और वो साइड एंगल्स रहेगा, तो इट विल ऑलवेज बी कॉन्ग्रुएंट. क्यों? ऑल्टरनेट एंगल्स. सो दे आर ऑल्टरनेट एंगल्स. Now angle EFG, that is this angle EFG is half of measure arc EG. ये inscribed angle हो गया और उसका intercepted arc क्या है? EG. तो ये inscribed angle is half of measure arc EG. So that is equal to half of measure arc EG. Inscribed angle theorem. Let the alternate angle be 1 and this be 2. Next one, this angle FGH. This angle is an inscribed angle and it intercepts which arc? FH. So this inscribed angle FGH is half of measure arc FH. So it is equal to half of measure arc FH. Reason what? Same thing, inscribed angle theorem. Let that be 0.3. So we know that these 2 angles are equal, and this angle is equal to this arc, and this angle is equal to this arc. And these 2 angles are equal, therefore these 2 arcs are also equal. Therefore measure arc EG is equal to measure arc FH. अभी अपन ने प्रूव किया कि ये दोनों एंगल इक्वल है, मतलब ये दोनों एंगल इक्वल है और ये एंगल इस हाफ ऑफ मेजर आर्क EG है और ये एंगल हाफ ऑफ मेजर आर्क FH है. ये दोनों एंगल इक्वल है तो ये दोनों आर्क भी इक्वल रहना चाहिए. देयरफॉर मेजर आर्क EG इज इक्वल टू मेजर आर्क FH. अभी EG में कौन सा कॉर्ड आता है? EG, ये वाला कॉर्ड आता है. और FH आर्क में कौन सा कॉर्ड आता है? FH. देयरफॉर कॉर्ड EG इज कॉन्ग्रुएंट टू कॉर्ड FH. तो ये अगर आर्क दोनों कॉन्ग्रुएंट रहेगा तो उसका करस्पॉन्डिंग कॉर्ड्स भी इक्वल रहेगा. सो करस्पॉन्डिंग chords corresponding to congruent arcs are congruent. So chords corresponding to congruent arcs are congruent. मतलब अगर arcs congruent है तो उसका corresponding chords भी congruent रहेगा. Now sum number 19, problem set 3. Now they have given two circles touch internally at the point E and EB. Seg EB intersect the smaller circle at the point A. We have to prove that EA is equal to AB. तो ये दोनों प्रूव करने का कि EA और AB दोनों भी इक्वल है और दोनों सर्कल कहाँ पे टच होता है, इंटरनली एट पॉइंट E. ना कंस्ट्रक्शन जो भी मैंने रेड कलर में दिखाया वो कंस्ट्रक्शन है. सो जॉइन ED एंड जॉइन AD, सेग ED and seg AD. Now proof. Now seg ED. Now this is the center of the bigger circle and this is the center of the smaller circle. So seg ED became the diameter of the smaller circle. So seg ED is the diameter of smaller circle. Therefore angle, that is this angle EAD is equal to 90 degree. Why? क्योंकि ये डायमीटर है और स्मॉलर सर्कल में इट इज़ इंस्क्राइब्ड इन द EAD इज इंस्क्राइब्ड इन द सेमी सर्कल और एंगल इंस्क्राइब्ड इन द सेमी सर्कल इज ऑलवेज 90 डिग्री. सो रीजन व्हाट विल राइट, एंगल inscribed in a semicircle. Now seg EB, that is this one, seg EB is the chord of bigger circle. It is a chord of the bigger circle. And seg AD, that is EB is a chord of the bigger circle और AD जो है उसके पर perpendicular है और D center है. And seg AD is perpendicular to seg EB. तो we have studied this. अगर कोई कॉर्ड रहेगा और सेंटर से कोई परपेंडिकुलर रहेगा तो इट विल डिवाइड द कॉर्ड इनटू टू इक्वल पार्ट. तो ये भी यहाँ पे भी ये AD परपेंडिकुलर है फ्रॉम द सेंटर एंड परपेंडिकुलर ऑन कॉर्ड EB. सो दिस शुड बी इक्वल टू दिस. सो देयरफॉर seg EA is congruent to seg AB. So that is what we had to prove. Seg EA is congruent to seg AB. What you will write? Perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord bisects the chord. So therefore seg EA is congruent to seg AB. Sum number 20. It is an activity based sum. They have given that AB is the diameter of the circle and O is the center of the circle, and CD bisects the angle ACB. That means CD is a bisector of angle ACB, and we have to prove that segment AD is congruent to segment BD. Construction: join OD. which I have shown in red color. Join OD. Now prove angle ACB, that is this one, angle ACB. AB क्या है, diameter है, तो ACB क्या रहेगा, angle ACB कितना रहेगा, 90 डिग्री. क्यों? क्योंकि वो सेमी सर्कल के अंदर इंस्क्राइब किया है. तो angle ACB is equal to 90 degree angle inscribed in a semicircle. Now angle DCB, now they have given CD is a bisector. CD bisector है of angle ACB. Bisector का मतलब क्या है, ये दोनों एंगल को इक्वली डिवाइड करते हैं. तो एंगल DCB is equal to what, angle ACB. So angle ACD, not BD. Angle ACD. Why? Because CD is a bisector of angle C. Now if this full thing is 90 degree, ये पूरा 90 डिग्री मिला था, तो ये आधा आधा कितना हो गया, तो एंगल DCB कितना रहेगा, 90 का आधा 45 डिग्री. नाउ मेजर आर्क BD is equal to what? Now this angle is equal to what, half of measure arc BD. So measure arc BD will be how much? ये जो एंगल रहता है, ये inscribed एंगल है, ये DCB, ये एंगल इज इंस्क्राइब्ड इंटरसेप्ट्स दिस आर्क BD, और ये अपन को कितना मिला था, 45 डिग्री. तो ये आर्क कितना रहेगा, 90 डिग्री. सो मेजर आर्क BD इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, 90 डिग्री. DCB इज इंस्क्राइब्ड एंगल एंड दिस एंगल इंटरसेप्ट्स दिस आर्क, और ये एंगल हमेशा इसका आधा रहता है. तो ये अगर 45 डिग्री है तो ये कितना है, 90 डिग्री. तो एंगल DOB कितना रहेगा, एंगल DOB जो इन माइनर आर्क है और सेंट्रल एंगल हमेशा इक्वल रहता है. सो इफ़ दिस माइनर आर्क इज 90 डिग्री तो ये सेंट्रल एंगल भी 90 डिग्री रहेगा. सो एंगल DOB, और यू कैन राइट, फर्स्ट यू राइट डाउन, इज इक्वल टू मेजर आर्क BD. Why? Definition of measure of an arc. So angle DOB is equal to how much, 90 degree. Next, segment OA. Segment OA is congruent to segment OB. Why? They are the radii of the same circle. Radii of the same circle. So they are the radii of the same circle. Therefore, line OD is perpendicular bisector ऑफ सेगमेंट AB. अभी ये OD तो ऑलरेडी अपन को 90 मिला, और AB और नॉट AB, OA और OB इक्वल है, तो यानी OD इज़ अ परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर, बाइसेक्ट करते हैं दोनों इक्वल पार्ट्स. ऑफ OD इज़ अ परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर ऑफ सेगमेंट AB. देयरफॉर seg AD is congruent to seg BD. Why? We have studied this. If a perpendicular is there, supposing if this is AB and this is O, so AO and OB is equal. So take any point. If this is a perpendicular bisector, take any point on this perpendicular bisector. It will always be equidistant from both the ends of the segment. That is known as perpendicular bisector theorem. तो अगर segment AB में कोई एक perpendicular bisector draw किया, तो ये perpendicular bisector में कोई भी point लो, any point लो, इधर point लो, तो ये भी हमेशा equal रहेगा. मतलब अगर ये 5 सेंटीमीटर है तो ये भी 5 सेंटीमीटर रहेगा. तो perpendicular bisector के ऊपर कोई भी point लो, it will always be equidistant. मतलब इक्वल डिस्टेंस रहेगा A और B से. तो इसको क्या बोलता है, परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर थियोरम. सो दिस इज नोन एज परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर थियोरम. Now sum number 23, they have given two circles intersect each other at point M and N externally. दोनों circle externally intersect होता है at point M और N, and prove क्या करने का कि ये दोनों SQ और RP parallel to each other है. यहाँ पे join MN करो तो quadrilateral RMNP सबका vertex circle को touch होता है, तो it's a cyclic quadrilateral. Quadrilateral RMNP is a cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore angle, that is this angle MNQ is equal to angle MRP. Angle MNQ is congruent to angle MRP. Why? Because this is the exterior angle we had studied in a cyclic quadrilateral. The exterior angle is always equal to this angle. So that is why this angle and this angle is congruent, because this is the exterior angle of this quadrilateral. ये quadrilateral का ये exterior angle है और exterior angle और ये angle हमेशा equal रहता है. तो reason what you'll write down, corollary of cyclic quadrilateral theorem. Now angle, let this be 1. Let us take this as 1. Now next one, this angle, this is also a cyclic quadrilateral MSQN is a cyclic quadrilateral because all the vertex are touching the circle of the other one. ये सर्कल में M, S, Q और N सब सर्कल को टच होता है, तो ये भी एक साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलैटरल है और ऑपोजिट एंगल्स ऑफ साइक्लिक क्वाड्रिलैटरल हमेशा 180 रहता है. देयरफॉर एंगल MNQ प्लस एंगल MSQ is equal to 180 degree. What you will write on theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. Or you can write opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. So this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. Let us take this as a 2. So from 1 and 2 what we get, 1 और 2 से क्या पता चलता है कि MNQ और MSQ मिलके 180 डिग्री है, मगर MNQ किससे कॉन्ग्रेंट है, MRP. तो MNQ की जगह में मैं MRP भी लिख सकती है. Therefore क्योंकि MNQ और MRP दोनों भी इक्वल है, therefore एंगल MRP plus angle MSQ is equal to 180 degree from 1 and 2. So from 1 and 2 I have got this angle plus this angle is 180 degree. Therefore RP is parallel to SQ. If this is a transversal, these two angles will become what, interior angles. Therefore तो ये दोनों ऐड करके 180 आते, तो ये दोनों इंटीरियर एंगल हो गया और ये ट्रांसवर्सल रहेगा तो ये पैरेलल हो गया. तो therefore seg SQ is parallel to seg RP. What will write, interior angle test. So that is what we had to prove.